I had a request from someone watching these videos. And the request is to make a video how to reverse these woodchip trucks. So let's talk a little about it. It's simply with all reversing with heavy vehicles. There is no shortcuts. You have to learn by doing. But there is some tips and tricks I can give you. Anyway, this combination with truck and trailer is a very common combination in Sweden. 24 meters long, and it has been the most common combination in Sweden for many years. So if you learn how to reverse a normal cargo truck, you can reverse a woodchip truck as well. In the truck driving school they are using two training models to learn how to reverse. The first one is how to move sideways when reversing the trucks, a little like the picture here. And next thing is how to make a 90 degree angle turning while reversing. When reversing 90 degrees angle, if you have the possibility to choose which way to reverse, it's better to do a left hand reverse, because you can look outside the window and outside the door to see how the trailer is positioned. But if you do a right hand reverse, you can only use the mirrors, and this is very common for us while operating woodchip trucks, because we unload this way. But you are limited to use the mirrors. So if it is possible to choose which way you're reversing, it's better to do it left reverse. And as I told you, there is no shortcuts. But I can tell you this. It's an advantage to place the truck straight before starting reversing. But you cannot, sometimes it's lack of space and it's not possible, but if you can, it's better. So for you starting to drive truck, take every possible chance to train. Maybe you're waiting somewhere. Why not make some reverse training? You can reverse straight backwards. Actually, this is a lot harder than to make a turn while reversing, because you cannot see the trailer very perfectly. But I can give you some tips. The biggest failure the beginners do, and I think it's the same with a car trailer as well, that you're doing too big movements with the wheels. So think smaller movements with the steering wheel, because you cannot see immediately the movement on the trailer when you're first turning the wheel. So often you have turned the wheel as much as needed, but you think you need more, so you are doing it too much. That's the first tip from me. Don't turn the wheels too much. Don't turn the wheel too much. Smaller movements on the steering wheel. The second tip is very simple. It's if you're back reversing and nothing goes your way, just pull the parking brake, kill the engine switch, and go out to wait some minutes, and then come back again and start reversing. I promise you it will go better. Because if you're just struggling from one way to another with the trailer, you need a break, and then you come back and it will go easier. The third tip from me, it's to never stress while reversing. Sometimes there's a lot of people looking at you, and other trucks maybe are waiting for you, or maybe cars are waiting, and maybe they honk for you because they are in a stress, in a hurry. But just don't bother. Don't think about this. If you're stressed about what happens around, they will take more time, and it will not go very well for you to reverse. Just take it easy. The third tip: take it easy and reverse slowly and carefully, and I promise you there will be a lot easier to reverse. If you're stressed, you have to correct your reversing all the time. But if you take it easy, there will be much faster reversing because you don't make as much mistakes. As drivers that are used to reverse, we also reverse slowly because it's easier and it will be more correct. And then I can say to you, take a lot of time to practice. Take every chance you have to practice reversing. For example, if you're in the class to learn how to drive, ask if you can use the truck in the coffee break to just make some reverse training. Just practice. But I can tell you that when you're reversing to the left, start turning the steering wheel to the left, and then go back with the steering wheel, and all during the turn you correcting left, right to have the trailer go your way. And the same is when you have a dolly and trailer after the truck, but you're reversing in the same kind of way. But if every truck is a little bit different. It depends on how the axles are positioned on the truck, and how long the trailer is, and how the axles are positioned, and where the connection is positioned, and different. But take all the chance you have to train reversing with your truck, because when you're in difficult places, you're happy that you have been training before. So learn to know your own truck, because it will be very good for you when you're reversing in difficult places. for me, it's when I change the track. If I using another track than I'm used to, it's different for me as well, and I have to learn again. But of course, when you know how to reverse heavy vehicles, you learn very fast a new track. But still, it's something different from track to track. Take all the chances to train. It's very good for you. I can also mention that with this combination with link and trailer, they have the same amount of joints. We have 2 joints on the woodchip tracks, and they also have 2 joints. So it's the same way to move your steering wheel, but it's more far distance between the moving parts than on the woodchip track, but it's still 2 moving points. But if you have this kind of track, but only 1 trailer after, there is 1 point moving, 1 moving point. So it's very much easier to reverse with this kind of truck. But that's the most common trucks we have in Sweden. There is coming new rules in Sweden where we can use longer and heavier trucks. But there is not all the roads they will be allowed to drive this kind of vehicles. But that's different reversing as well. But the most common is track and trailer and what I showed you before here. But then now you have 3 tips from me. Small movements on the steering wheel, and take a break if it's hard for you. And the third is reverse slowly. And practice as much as possible. So now you know a little bit more how to reverse woodchip track. Good luck!